Andy Street, the West Midlands Mayor. Photo Andrew Fox. Nigel Morris. 7 hours Tuesday, December 26, 2017. The Conservatives' most senior directly elected politician has warned Theresa May that a hard or no-deal Brexit would present a danger for business and industry. Andy Street, the West Midlands Mayor, said the importance to the region of continuing access to the European single market and customs union could not be overstated. In an interview with he said the region, which voted heavily for Brexit, was anxious to move on to secure a trade deal that maintained as close links as possible with the European Union. Mr. Street, the former managing director of John Lewis, said the message is absolutely consistent from the West Midlands that we need to have a trade deal with the EU and to, if possible, maintain access to the single market and customs union. Negotiations of Britain's trade relationship with the EU after Brexit are due to begin in the new year, but Mrs. May has repeatedly warned that no deal is an option. Mr. Street warned that departure without a deal, leaving British exporters to operate on World Trade Organization rules, would be a challenge for the region. He is one of a number of regional mayors who are concerned about Brexit. Town hall leaders across the north have also grown frustrated at the government's perceived unwillingness to listen to them in the Brexit process. In November, Andy Burnham and Steve Rotherham, the Labour mayors of Greater Manchester and Merseyside, and Ben Houchen, the Conservative mayor of the Tees Valley, wrote to Brexit Secretary David Davis calling for post-year funding and powers to be devolved to English regions. EU structural and investment funds are worth £25 million to Teesside alone, an area which strongly backed leaving the EU referendum. Mr. Street said, "My hope is that, now we're through the first round, then the second round will lead us to a trade deal with the EU. So we can continue to have the advantage, particularly for our manufacturing sector." Mr. Street's victory in May, in an area traditionally dominated by Labour, was hailed by Conservatives as evidence of its ability to reach out to urban areas. However, the Tories captured only one Labour-held seat in the West Midlands 5 weeks later after Theresa May's decision to call a snap election backfired. As a Conservative representing a region in which 5 of the 7 councils are labelled, he insisted there had been phenomenal levels of cooperation across the area to lobby successfully for Coventry to be named UK City of Culture in 2021, for the Commonwealth Games to come to Birmingham, and for government-backed research and development projects to be based in the West Midlands. In the spirit of cross-party collaboration, Mr. Street described as very welcome Labour's call for parts of the Bank of England to be relocated to Birmingham. He urged other areas wavering over the merits of having their own metro mayors to back the idea. But he added, they have to be up for it. There's no point at being imposed, because this is all about the region wishing to work together, across party, across local authority, with the biz community as well. It's that desire of everyone working together that is making the new model work for us. Mr. Street refused to be drawn on the reasons for the Theresa flop in the polls in June, but suggested the party needed to promote a more optimistic and relevant message to young voters. In news, http://cnews.co.uk